One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me be free. From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken. He rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar. Insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Whistlers report he paves his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
Yes, sir. Let's get it in this morning. Shout out to all of you guys in the Breakfast Club, man. Big shout out to all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining in and hanging out and tuning in, chilling, Maxwell Cooltion, some people outside of school with your boy, man. Okay, guys. Hey, we got a big one this morning. If you guys can do me a huge favor, do me a like, hit the like button. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube, man. And also make sure that you guys are subscribed, man. That's, I don't understand why you wouldn't be. I appreciate all of you guys. So, hey, man. I got to thank Papa Penguin real quick for doing a donation right as like we were doing the end screen. Yesterday, gifted over 5 memberships over to the community, man. So 5 lucky members got it yesterday. So I appreciate you over there, Papa Penguin. Also, so guys, let's go ahead and get into it today. We got police response to claims that the Hells Angels are coming to Aurora. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this a little bit and see what the article has to say. And also, guys, a little side note, if you guys would like to get a shout out, man, aside from super chats, channel members and stuff like that, and super stickers, those are all shouted out. But if you guys would like to donate to the channel, but not have YouTube take a 30% cut, you guys can donate to any of those, and I will go ahead and give you guys a shout out. So let's go ahead and dive right into this one. We're really gonna be going through this pretty quick and see what they've got. So this is off of newsnationnow.com. And truth be told is I have not actually read this article through. You know what I mean? I haven't usually you proofread it. Usually you would you would watch this video, for instance, before then. I didn't do that. And I did that on purpose because I want to see what the mainstream media has to say about this, because I do actually know what the truth is and I know what the deal is. So I want to go ahead and see what they have to say about this whole ordeal. Make sure that we're holding the mainstream news accountable, especially in our world. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say about this.
Thank you. New here, 9 Aurora police addressing those internet rumors about a motorcycle club coming to the city as it deals with gang problems in some neighborhoods. Fox 31, the first to uncover this video that's gone viral. The Department of Homeland Security believes these are members of Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, according to our partners at News Nation. Now, the city says the problem is limited to several apartment complexes, and they're asking for an emergency court order to shut one of them down. However, that has not stopped online rumors from flying that the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club has plans to come to the city and get involved as well. The police department in Aurora issuing this statement to Fox 31 today saying, quote, "Our intelligence unit has been looking into social media posts from this weekend, and we do not believe the posts to be credible. We are continuing to monitor the situation."
Well, that was the response right there. So they said that they just don't believe that what was posted online was at all accurate, and which is very true. Just so everybody knows that did not ever, it was never true. You know, that was never a thing that was made up on TikTok. some chick went on TikTok, and I don't know. Listen, man, people will do some crazy things for views, likes, stuff like that. And then they don't really realize the ramifications for doing something to that level. You know what I mean? You don't know what that could do to somebody on the street. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and read this article. I'm going to zoom in even more. All right, so this is out of Denver. Police in Aurora, Colorado, responded to social media claims that the Hells Angel Motorcycle Club, I like how they said Hell's Angel. Hell's Angel. It's Hell's Angels. Okay. Motorcycle Club is headed to the state and said they do not believe the post is post to be credible. Despite this, the Aurora Police Department told News Nation affiliate KDVR it is continuing to monitor the situation. Posts claiming that the Hells Angels was headed to the area began circulating on social media over the weekend. The group is an international outlaw motorcycle club that was first founded in California in the mid-20th century. Members of the group have been involved in previous incidents in Colorado, including a deadly shootout between them and a rival gang in 2020, where a ranking Hells Angel member was killed. So, former Hells Angels president speaks out amid charges. Well, let's go ahead and see if that's accurate. Some of the posts said that the group was responding to claims that an apartment complex in Aurora had been taken over by the Venezuela-based TDR or TDA gang, which is Trende Araga. I don't know how to actually pronounce it. You know what I mean? That's why I said TDA. So you guys, from here on out, if I say TDA, you guys know what I'm saying. Aurora interim police chief Heather Morris responded to the claims Friday and said gang members had not taken over the complex. And this is something that I want to highlight right now. And we're going to come back to this very claim. Aurora interim police chief Heather Morris responded to the claims Friday and said gang members had not taken over the complex. So just remember that statement. You know what I mean? Remember that shit. In quotes, I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community, end quote. She said in a video posted to social media, but we are learning out here is that gang members have not taken over this complex.
Stop the cap.
The Denver Police Department also responded to the situation earlier and said it was not aware of any apartment buildings in the city being taken over by TDA. Quotes, end quote, there are reasons to believe that members of this gang are tied to crimes in the area, end quote. A statement posted on Wednesday said, however, DPD is not aware of any apartment buildings being taken over by this gang in Denver. Now, that is it for this article. And we can see a lot of this. Obviously, pretty much this entire story is just cap. It's just fucking fake news. It's fake news. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. But here's the thing. And this is exactly why what we do on this channel and what, you know, the truth is in this niche, we don't just go ahead and start talking about motorcycle clubs. And especially if we don't have a 1,000%, you know, we have to absolutely be sure. And we have to say things with conviction. And when you're wrong, you have to, you have to absolutely come out and say you're wrong. You have to be willing to hold yourself accountable. Now, this chick that started this rumor, she did apologize and all that. But I still don't see that to be okay. I mean, it's just, I see her that she must have some sort of insecurity problem or something like that. You want some sort of attention that you couldn't have gotten without that. Like, that's crazy. So she deleted her TikTok, who started this rumor, as far as I have heard, which, hey, man, I'm glad that honestly, she did. You know, she did it to herself. And listen, for every action, there's a reaction. You understand? Like, there's always going to be that. So what I do want to do though, is I want to go ahead and actually bring up a YouTube video of basically talking about this whole situation in Aurora, because we're on this topic right now. You know what I mean? And so what I would like to do is go ahead and give you guys a little bit more in depth about what's going on over there instead of just ending it right here, you know, kind of thing. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this pulled up, and we're going to information with you guys, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. I very much appreciate everybody that's in here, by the way. Big shout out to all of you guys that are in the Breakfast Club. That is all of you guys that are channel members. You know what I mean? I very much appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for liking the video. It's the #1 metric of all of YouTube. And also, guys, if you guys would like a shout out, man, there is the donations down below right here, scrolling down below. And you guys can get a shout out that way as well, so that, you know, YouTube doesn't get their, you know, get a 30% cut out of the money that you guys send. So, all right, so let's go ahead and move on real quick over to this video. And this is off of the comments section with Brett Cooper. She, full disclosure, she is a reporter for the Daily Wire. And you guys can see that I have subscribed. I will like this video so YouTube knows I'm doing the right fucking thing over here. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and talk about this, or get into this, and then we'll talk about it.
So, as I'm sure that you guys have seen on social media, because that's basically the only place where you can get honest, unbiased, boots on the ground journalism these days.
Which is true. That's what we do over here. You know what I mean? That is where true journalism is. You know what I mean? Where you are not paid by, you know, the exact people that you're supposed to be holding accountable. You know what I mean? So anyways, let's go ahead and get into
Venezuelan migrant gang has infiltrated a suburb outside of Denver, Colorado. And for the last 5 days, the media and law enforcement and even Colorado's state government has been lying and gaslighting residents and the rest of the country. And we need to talk about why that is so incredibly dangerous. Before we dive into the story, though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the comment section channel if you've not already.
Yes, do
and
it.
Of course, if you never want to miss one of our videos, ring that notification bell. All right, so the story has been brewing for a while, but it never got national attention until last week when a Colorado councilwoman went on Fox to sound the alarm. Daily Wire reported on this last week and said, Colorado city official sounds alarm on Venezuelan gang takeover. Entire complexes, apartment complexes, are under gang control. And in this interview with Fox, she said the Denver sanctuary city policies are to blame for the migrant crisis spilling over into the suburbs and bringing with it a rise in violent crimes and sex trafficking. The Venezuelan gang, Tren de Aragua, has even taken control of apartment complexes in the city, according to Aurora City Council member Danielle Drinsky. Quote, we currently have entire complexes under gang control. Complexes where staff have been beaten up, they've been threatened, and complexes where there are no staff left on the property. These complexes are being run by this gang. Quote, the local media is downplaying this. I believe that politics is being played with people's lives. Nothing is being done to help the American citizens that are being trapped under this gang's control. And guys, her saying that the media was downplaying this was no joke.
Man,
as
that's so
terrible. So this gang that goes by TDA is run out of Venezuela with over 5,000 members, making it the largest criminal organization in the entire country of Venezuela. Now, after Danielle's interview with Fox started to circulate on social media and Colorado residents began confirming what she was talking about, the Colorado governor so graciously stepped in to assure people that this was all false. And he didn't say something like, you know, this is overblown or we're handling it, it's okay. He literally said that this entire thing was a figment of this councilwoman's imagination. Daily Wire also reported on this. Colorado Dem governor says that alleged migrant gang takeover of apartments is imagination. All I'm saying is that you do not hate and distrust politicians enough, because this is literally insane, or the media for that matter, which is why I'm so grateful that Daily Wire is covering this so honestly, so transparently. Our reporters, as you guys know, are just top notch, and now you can support them in more ways than one thanks to our new deal.
She always does that. She runs into her little ad space real nice and smooth like that. You know, over here on Insane Wheels, we don't have fucking ads like that. So hey, listen, man, this is your advertisement. You know, like the video. Appreciate it.
Somebody's ring camera of them coming into one of these apartment complexes.
This is so rough.
Just walking right in. And here's another video that was posted all the way back in July.
Pop, pop.
This is allegedly in another one of the complexes. It's literally lawless. That's all this is. There's a child.
No
and
kidding,
apparently what
Huggy.
I'm seeing is that these gangs will come in, they will kick everybody else out,
I
they're
did see
shooting
'em,
people, and then they're
Martin.
bringing the
I
migrant
did see 'em.
families in to live in these apartments. So they're literally taking them over. I saw one Colorado resident make a video and she was saying, we were putting them up in hotels in Denver. We were welcoming them. Like, what did you think was going to happen when their time was up in the hotels? They were going to go get a job and get an apartment. No, they were going to go
They're
take
not.
more free things. And this is how it's happening. I mean, they're marching around like they own the place. And Governor Polis, that's the governor of Colorado, you might be turning a blind eye and calling all of this imagination, but your citizens have been begging for your support.
So what's
Damn.
going on with this like gang thing? Because like
Ooh, mothers
literally
are
I'm
coming
seeing it everywhere.
This is off of libs of TikTok, their ex. So listen, man, these moms are getting terrified, man.
I'm a mom. Some of my friends are moms too, and it's gotten so bad to the point we don't even want to take our kids to the park without being in a group. And even in a group, we have to make sure
Yep,
that
that's
someone
right,
has a
hardwire.
taser. We have some type of like pepper spray. We have to have some type of protection. Me, I don't mess with guns. That's just personally me because guns, they scare me. So it's just like,
This woman.
I don't know. We need to figure out something.
Yeah, you should figure out something to this
Something.
imaginary problem. It's just it's not happening. None of it is happening. So everybody can just shut up and go away. Stop looking at Colorado. Don't look at the migrant crisis because it's all imaginary. Even though mothers are literally terrified to take their kids outside. And like you heard her say, your citizens are literally having
That's
to
right, Claire.
arm themselves because you aren't doing anything. This other woman who never wanted to have a gun literally just went and bought one.
Never thought that I would have to buy a gun
Yeah,
to feel
yeah,
safe.
get it. Get it,
And
woman.
even when I get my gun in a couple days, I don't even know if I'll still feel safe, but at least I'll have a weapon.
Oh, Josh, man, I appreciate you, man.
I've never been against guns, but I've also never thought that I'm going to need to buy a gun for safety. But here
Holy
we are.
fucking shit.
And of course,
no
everyone in
way.
the comment section of all
This
of these
dude.
videos is saying, where's the
Are you serious, dude? Holy shit. Oh my God. Josh just sent $100 fucking on the PayPal saying, love you, dude. Love you, dude. You are doing good things, man. Holy fucking shit, dude. That's incredibly fucking like extremely selfless, dude. Wow, dude. Like I'm mind blown right now. Sincerely, dude. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, dude. That shit goes so fucking far right now. It's insane. Thank you. Like you have no idea.
police? Reagan, my
Damn.
producer, literally just exclaimed, where are the cops? Why aren't they doing anything? Well, the Aurora police has stepped in, and guess what they said? They said,
Hello?
no, silly people. The gang hasn't taken over the apartment complexes.
Good morning, War
That's
Gorilla.
not happening. And that's what the media ran with. Those are the headlines saying, no, this is all ridiculous. It's all made up. They have not taken over the apartment complexes. But then, if you dig deeper, you'll hear what they actually said. In a video from a news conference posted on the department's official X account late Friday evening, the Aurora Police Department interim chief Heather Morris said that gang members have not taken over the apartment complex. Quote, I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community, but what we're learning out here is that gang members have not taken over this complex. So they're just hanging out.
I
All of
appreciate
these
you,
videos
Junkyard.
are fake. All of
Thank
them.
you, kind
But we
sir.
are aware that components of TDA are operating in Aurora. That's like way down in the statement. APD has been increasingly collecting evidence to show that the gang is connected to crimes in the area. Oh, I'm so glad that you're
So they're
collecting
capping.
evidence.
So these guys, basically, this is where we were going with the original article. Remember, we were reading in the beginning where they're saying we don't believe there to be a gang that took over this hotel or motel, whatever the fuck it is. And, you know, they're just capping, you know, the entire time. Just
Stop the cap.
dude, it's unreal. So let's go ahead and kind of dive into that a little bit.
When there are literally videos all over X. So
Right.
what you're saying is that they are here. They are connected to the crimes, and
watched it.
residents in these complexes and in Aurora in general are terrified and are fleeing. But no, it's not a big issue at all. Just tell everyone it's not happening and everything will be fine. Now,
Yeah,
this
no
interim
kidding,
police
Huggy.
chief ended her statement by saying
right
that
here.
it wouldn't really be appropriate to talk about what the cops were going to do about the situation. And obviously, I don't expect them to lay out every single plan and just, put that into the hands of these gang members, but you should at least tell your constituents that you are planning on doing something, that you're doing more
Right,
than
no
just
kidding.
collecting evidence
No kidding.
and lying to them about what's happening in their own cities. Like, at least
Because the
convince
truth
them.
is eventually, if you let it go on too long, you allow terrorism to happen within the United States. You're going to have a vigilante group eventually. You're going to have mercenaries. You're going to have something. You're going to have someone go after them if you don't handle it. Because the American public isn't going to deal with that. You know what I mean? Not in their own country. There's too many patriots in this country that would eventually do something. But the truth is the Hells Angels, for instance, in this whole thing that this rumor happened, they're not going to deal with that. You know what I mean? They're not going to involve themselves. They're not going to put themselves in something where they're putting themselves in the limelight to be where they're highlighted in the media. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do something that is going to that just wouldn't happen. That's essentially putting too much visibility on yourself. And they wouldn't do that and unless it was like motorcycle related. I can understand that if it was in the actual scene of MCs and stuff like that, absolutely. But when it comes down to other politics going on within the country, they're not going to necessarily step in like that. No.
That you're going to try to solve the problem. That is, of course, if the Colorado state government allows you to. Because again, it's all just imaginary. Now, in yet another flip-flop in this story, which just makes it even more insane, the mayor of Aurora, of the city where all of this is happening, has now made a statement, and he, in turn, confirmed what this councilwoman originally said. As Governor Polis's office downplays the concerns about the alleged gang takeover of Aurora apartments, Aurora Republican Mayor Mike Kaufman told Fox News on Thursday that the Venezuelan gangs are controlling at least 2 apartment buildings in the city.
Okay,
Quote,
so
this is an organized...
So Fox is being honest about this shit over there on that side. Okay, so, which is crazy. So we have the Aurora Republican mayor, Mike Kaufman. He told Fox News on Thursday that Venezuelan gangs are controlling at least 2 apartment buildings in the fucking city. So what is why haven't they like stepped in, got involved? Like, what's going on here? Like, why are we just allowing so much degeneracy within our country? It's unreal. Like, and the police just allow it to fucking happen at this point. It's actually fucking mind-blowing.
Criminal effort, whether it's a trend, a drug war, that remains to be seen. So he, in turn, is saying what the governor is saying is completely not true. He's lying. And you would expect then, in a rational, good society,
so funny,
that the Colorado governor would then make a new statement and say, wow, I was wrong. I didn't know. We have new evidence. Or I'm sorry. Zip, nothing. Is still parroting this lie that none of this is happening. I mean, we are seeing firsthand how a story can be so easily manipulated and twisted into oblivion. I mean, it is basically formulaic at this point. As one commenter very aptly pointed out. Scott M. said, liberal formula. Number 1, that's not true. Number 2, it's actually a benefit. Number 3, it's not that bad. Number 4, this is common over there. Number 5, you deserve this and much worse. And this doesn't just happen on the topic of immigration.
It's true, though.
It's everywhere. First, they will say it's not happening. And then when evidence is so damning that they can't ignore it, they say, actually, this is wonderful. And we've been accepting it the entire time. And we are the bigots for pointing it out in the first place. It never gets old. It actually does, because they literally do it every time something like this comes up. Now, even though the media and the Colorado government is continuing to try and cover this up,
yeah, I don't know why they would try to cover it up.
An Aurora police officer reached out to Jesse Kelly's show, and he said, I am a police officer in Aurora, Colorado, and we are in the news for the recent story about the armed Venezuelan gang members taking over apartment complexes. Unfortunately, these leaders in Colorado are not being truthful, nor are they acknowledging the problem as they know it to be. They are also trying to minimize the issue by implying that the issue is confined to just the apartment complexes throughout the city. This could not be further from the truth. The Venezuelans are wreaking havoc throughout the entire city. Please help keep this story in the spotlight so that the city of Aurora can no longer downplay the matter. The reality is that the citizens and our officers are not safe as long as the issue continues to be ignored and real solutions are not being implemented. Now, meanwhile, while they're lying and covering all of this up, citizens' cars are literally being shot at in the middle of the night.
Yeah, watch this shit. Holy shit. Ooh. That car just did a crazy
literally unloading in this random man's car, and then they drive away and continue to shoot into God knows what. Here's some photos from the next morning of this man's truck. Literally insane. And all over his truck. Meanwhile, women who live in these apartment complexes are
at that point, I would keep it just like it is. I'd leave my truck just all shut up just like that. I wouldn't have that shit repaired. I'd just drive around just like that. Hey, what's up, motherfuckers? You know what I mean? For real.
Picking up their homes like this.
Every day when we come home, we have to do this. Every time we go outside to take out the garbage. Every time we try to go to bed at night, we have to keep it like this so nobody can kick in the door.
They did vote for it, Big Joe. You're right.
That they're living in. Now, thankfully, this woman and her family were allegedly able to flee and leave, move somewhere else. But many people will not be as lucky. People like Laken Riley, the 22-year-old nursing student who was murdered while on a run at UGA. Because if you didn't know, the man who murdered her is an illegal Venezuelan migrant who is reportedly part of this TDA gang.
Of
A migrant who,
course.
according to ICE, was already arrested in New York City and then promptly released after attempting to injure a child. A migrant who was detained and questioned at the
Damn.
border and then let in. Laken Riley's murder happened in February. And obviously, based on what we're seeing in Colorado, no progress has been made. And all of this is so infuriating. I mean, it should enrage you because our safety is at risk. Everyone's safety is at risk. And all of
She's
this
right.
is so avoidable on literally every level.
We
These people
shouldn't
should have
allow
never been let in the
this shit
country in the
our
first
own
place.
country.
I mean, we
It's
know
crazy.
that Venezuela is
What up,
incredibly
Philip?
corrupt. It is the most dangerous country in South America, and we have just opened our doors for them. But they're here. And it should have been addressed. The cops and the state government should have been addressing this
You're so
from
funny,
the
Steve.
get-go, even if they weren't the ones making the decisions on who was let in. Like, I really don't care if you philosophically believe in open borders and love what Kamala the borders are, did or didn't do. Your citizens are literally at risk. They are being shot at in the middle of the night. Your gun stores are being raided and robbed. And you're lying and pretending like none of this is happening. You're belittling and gaslighting the people who are sounding the alarms because you are desperate to stay in line and be politically correct. It is disgusting. You should be ashamed of
I
yourself
agree.
because
It
these
is
are real
disgusting.
people's lives that you are playing with.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you guys for
It's
sticking around.
real deal shit, man. And so, this is why I wanted to clear the air, because this can absolutely have real world consequences. You understand? You know what I mean? Like, you never know. There could be a group of, let's just say a group of Democrats that do not like the idea that the Hells Angels would be heading over to Aurora to do this whole thing. So let's just say people saw them on the street and assumed that they were heading to Aurora, just depending where they are. It doesn't matter. They're riding around, but they're in a pack. Well, what if a radical wants to now drive them off the road to prevent them from, doing that act? You know what I mean? So you never see, there's real world consequences for everything. For every action, there's a reaction, man. I just don't understand why that's not a concept that people can understand today. And this is why you don't talk about organizations like this unless you are actually a part of that organization or you are speaking absolute fact. And you have to understand what is also okay for the internet and what is not. There's things that you should keep to yourself. Not everything needs to be fucking public. Not everything needs to be in the eyes of the fucking media. Just true. You know what I mean? So listen, what I'm going to leave you guys off with, and I think that you guys get this already, but you don't trust everything on the internet. You know what I mean? Especially fucking these TikTokers. I'm just going to be honest. Listen, there are certain people in every single niche that are validated. They are people that are known to give out the truth and know that or have actually been a part of whatever the fuck it is. There's always people in this niche that you can go to and have reliable news. And for instance, in the biker world, in the biker news, in the MC world, here at the Insane Wheels page, we are also one of those types of channels. You know what I mean? For this niche. So this is exactly what we do is we always do the media pushback and we make sure that we are, you know what I mean, coming out here with facts and not coming out here with emotions and hopping on bandwagons and shit like that. This is what a lot of Americans basically fault on is there was so much hype about this, all this shit going on. I even had people messaging me on Instagram, every social media, sending me videos of this whole ordeal over the weekend and shit. I'm just sitting there going, dude, this is so cap, dude. Like, I haven't seen anything in the news for real. I haven't seen, it's all been just fucking sitting there rumors. And it was exactly that. Now, the thing is yes, of course, people are going to get shit wrong. And this is exactly why that you have actual independent news sources, such as myself, that can come on here and correct the situation. So I'm glad that I was able to be that person in this case. You know what I mean? So I very much appreciate every one of you guys hanging out with us this morning, man. It was an absolute legendary day for sure. I very much appreciate you, man. Joshua, you sending me that $100 is absolutely fucking insane. I'm beyond blessed. You know what I mean? That's extremely kind of you to do, man. You guys also remember, if you guys want to help out monetarily of the show, you know what I mean? Becoming a channel member is actually the #1 way to support a YouTuber. And I have it very cheap. I have it at $2.99 a month. You know what I mean? And so I actually do members only live streams Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So if you guys didn't know this, I run this show Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. CST every single day. And then Saturday is members only for you guys. And then Sunday is my one day off. But even on my one day off, I still manage to go live. You know what I mean? It's just the way of the road. But yes, guys, I very much appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram at BallValveTV, man. That's where I post everything behind the scenes, man. That's like where you're going to see a whole bunch of just fucking random ass shit. You know what I mean? I do a lot of interesting shit, man. It's just the truth. And you guys get behind the scenes, you know, whether the show, you guys are getting updates of the show, stuff like that, man. We go ahead and post everything. This is yesterday at 3:11 p.m. as you guys can see in the backyard right here. Yes, sir. But yeah, I post all sorts of shit, whether it be millennial food time, as Steve Easy in the chat loves to say it is, and it is exactly that. Trust me, I live the reputation of having the best millennial food time. You know what I mean? So go ahead and follow me over there, man. It would mean the world to me. Very much appreciate all of you guys. And we will see you guys tonight for the Diamond Effect with Archbishop 1%er. We will see you guys tonight. We're going to actually be speaking more about this subject tonight, so it shall be interesting. With that being said, thank you all for liking the video, being here, and enjoying the content with all of us, and being a part of the Insane Wheels community, which is, of course, the Breakfast Club, man. I very much appreciate all of you guys. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart, and we shall see you guys tonight. Much love, honor, and respect to everybody.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in its soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides onto his ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, Insane Wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only man so can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit.